Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Yep. Last we left off, we did No Man's Wharf. Yep. No Man's Wharf, little pirate shanty town just past Hade's Tower of Flame. Yep. Yeah, the very dark. Yeah, it's a very dark area. Well, you can still see what's in front of you, but it is a dark area compared to the rest of the game anyway. Yep. So yeah, we just kind of made our way through, fought through some dogs, some hollowed infantry soldiers, some Varangian pirates. Yep. Yeah, just collected some items along the way, soul items. I think there's some shards here and there. Yep. Lit the sconces along the way as well, just to kind of light up the area. Kind of weave through the buildings, picking off enemies as we go. Yep. And then we encountered Lucatiel of Mira. Yep, Lucatiel of Mira. Yep. She's, I'm not quite sure what her story is just yet. She hasn't really divulged much. All she's really told us was that she came to this land, and people tend to avoid her, and she avoids people. So, yeah. So we'll probably learn more once we find her again in the Lost Bastille. But for now, that's all we know. But so we talked to her. She became available to summon for the boss of No Man's Wharf. And then after that, we just continued forward, clearing out areas. We just kind of cleared out the enemies, more Varangians, more dogs, more items. There was a chest containing the Brigand armor set. The same armor set from Dark Souls 1, the starting armor for the bandit class, I believe, as well as a bandit axe. So, probably won't be using any of that. Probably, maybe, we'll see. But for now, they're in our back pocket. So, I just kind of continued forward, cleared out a side section, kind of, sort of. It's where the Pharaoh's Lockstone for the area is at. Yeah, the lockstone that lights up the big chandelier brazier thing hanging from the cave ceiling. But we didn't do it because we didn't want to push certain enemies into a building that would make it very much harder. But so we left it there. Went back up to the darkest area where the I think they're called Dark Stalkers. I'm not 100% sure what they call them, but I think they're stalkers, or dark stalkers anyway. Yeah. They're the ones that are afraid of the light, afraid of fire, they're weak to fire, and they drop the... Well, I think... what does this game call it? Tattered Cloth, yeah. They drop the Tattered Cloth set, basically the same armor set, starting... It's the same armor of the starting... Can't get my words straight. It's the starting armor for the Pyromancer class from Dark Souls 1. Blah. But, yeah. They'll drop that, long swords, radiant life gems, some good stuff. So we'll probably go back, farm them some more, but fought through them. They do inflict bleed, so you just gotta be kind of careful with them. But you can actually backstab them. I don't think you can parry, but I'm pretty sure you can backstab for sure. So we just kind of cleared them out, picked up the Emit Force, cleared out the building that if you turned the big brazier on, the stalkers would cower into. Cleared that building out of some more stalkers. There's like 4 of them in there. Yeah, it's quite a bit in there. Anyway, there was 2 chests in that building. One had the greatsword, and the other one was trapped, containing 2 silver talismans, like little consumables that blend you into the environment, makes you whatever is in the environment, like turns you into a chair or a bush or a barrel, that kind of thing. So after that, we just kind of continue forward, back to the light, to the Varangian pirates. Rang the bell, which draw in the ship. Made our way down towards the ship, clearing out some more pirates, some more stalkers, as well as 2 suspicious shadows that they're called. little ninja guys. So yeah, there's only 2 of them, but at least they respawn. They will drop their armor, so we'll try to get that as well eventually. Yep. Then we found the 2 fake walls. One of them was the interact wall, which had, I think, a large shard and some fire bombs behind. And the other one was a breakable wall, which had a crystal lizard, some soul items, life gems, as well as the Royal Soldier's Ring. Yep, a ring that increases our equip load. So, could be useful. Not as powerful as Havel's Ring, but still useful. Yeah, the crystal lizard dropped shards and a large shard, so we'll hold on to them for now. But, yep. I picked up another fragrant branch of yore in a chest in that same little area. Opened up the shortcut. Talked to Gavlon, Lonesome Gavlon. Yeah, he's the NPC you sell stuff to. So talked to him, sold some stuff, bought a bunch of stuff from him. I think we bought like a ring of giants, which increases our poise. Bought out his poison arrows, his poison knives, some green mosses, which cure poison, as well as I think like 2 poison pine resins for some reason. Just in case, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever use them, but it's just in case I might need them. Yep. And we spent enough that if we talked to him again, he gave us his weapon, the Gurm Great Axe. Yep. Yeah, the Gurm in Dark Souls 2 are kind of like dwarves. Yeah, they're kind of short, stocky, big beards, big axes. Yeah. So, talked to Gavlon, opened up the shortcut back, went back down to the dock area, opened up another shortcut, found Carillion of the Fold, another NPC, who would only talk to us as long as we had at least 10 intelligence. Yeah. I think it might be 8, but I just say 10 just to be sure. So, but we did have enough intelligence, so we did talk to him. I don't think we bought, I think the only thing we bought from him so far is a ring. The clear stone ring, I think is what it's called. The blue clear stone ring. The ring that increases spellcast speed. So, yeah, so we talked to him, bought the ring. He's now in Majula. And then we summoned Lucatil and went and fought the Flexile Sentry. Yep. Who was pretty easy. Yeah, I equipped the Red Eye ring just to increase our aggro. Yeah, just to keep the boss's attention on us. Just to make sure that Lucatil survives. Yeah. Because in Dark Souls 2, NPC quest lines require you to summon them for boss fights, and they survive. So, I don't know. But, so, we took on the Flexile Sentry, beat him up pretty good, got his soul, went past him, opened the chest with the Pyromancy Flame and the Fireball, examined the little thing. It took us to Lost Bastille. Elevator up, bonfire, looted the nooks and crannies on the way up, and then bonfire. And then we went back to Majula, and I think that was it. Yeah, I think we just kind of checked in on Carillion, and yep, that was it. And between episodes, I didn't do anything, but on our way here, one of the Royal Swordsmen decided to drop their weapon for me. Yep. That's right here. Royal Greatsword. It's this game's flamberge. You know. Greatsword of the Royal Swordsman. Its undulating blade draws blood from its foes. Despite the magnificence of this weapon, it was terribly inadequate in the war against the mighty giants. Yeah, it's basically the flamberge, although it is short. It's not very long. Yeah. Pretty short reach compared to some of the other great swords. Well, it's about the same as the Bastard Sword. Yeah, okay. Oh, there you go, yeah. Some of these are going to be bigger, but anyway. It's one of the shorter great swords, I believe. So, but it does call bleed. So, we'll keep that in our back pocket just in case. So, yep, so that was it. That's all I did between episodes, was nothing except run up here. One of the swordsmen dropped their sword. Yep, that was it. And today, we're going to start the Lost Bastille. It's going to be several parts, maybe 3. We'll see. But that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start there. In fact, we're going to start by going over there, taking the nest past the Pursuer arena here. That'll take us to a section of the Bastille that you can only really get to from that nest. Yeah. Definitely recommend doing that first, because there are some good items there. You can get to the rest of the Bastille this way, but there's one item we need for sure before we talk to another blacksmith in the Bastille. So, taking the nest first, doing that little section. Then we'll go back to the other bonfire we unlocked at the end of the last episode, and we'll go from there. So yeah, Lost Bastille. And here's our equipment for today, or at least to start with anyway. Wing Spirit +4. Again, this will probably change depending on the opponents or the situation. Got our Sorcerer Staff. I should probably put on our binoculars. Oops. Watchdog Parma, just for the item drop rates. Yep, binoculars so we can aim. Stone Ring, Covetous Ring, Blades, Chloranthy. Again, kind of standard. It'll change depending on the situation, but leather armor and merchant hats. Just because I haven't upgraded our vitality any time yet, so our equip load's pretty low. So here's our stats. Again, haven't really done anything, haven't leveled up yet. But alright, I still have Soul Arrow, so alright, shall we just get to it? I think I rambled on long enough. And just through here, ignoring these guys, just gotta go right to the chest, I mean the nest. Alright. And examine. Went on the Hawk Express to the Lost Bastille. Bonfire. And 2 chests. I'm pretty sure they're not trapped, so just open them up. One should be a dull ember. 2 effigies, we'll take it. This might be the dull ember. Yep, the dull ember. I think it's a key item, if I can find it. Yep. An ember that radiates a dull light. Yep. This flame seems nearly exhausted, but exhibits an eerie resilience. Perhaps this is in its ordinary state? Yep. We need this to give to McDuff in order to do weapon infusions, so... Use to undo all of you. Okay, so this will just undo weapon infusions. Okay. Alright. Let me just actually rest here so we get our health and durability back. Alright. And there's another jailer. We'll go this way. Try not to lure any enemies. Radiant Life Gem, large shard. Okay. Alright, and in there we'll have a nice surprise for us when we get in there. So, and you'll see when we get there. Alright, so we want to kill this guy pretty quickly. There we go. Wait for the dogs to get a little bit closer. And push. And ow, my ears. Yep. And I should have killed all the dogs. Nice. Alright, let's just top off. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna go open that. Well, we'll go to the chest, but we won't open it just yet. Because we're gonna have a nice little surprise on our hands. I think we'll be fine. I might want the mace, maybe. Although, it doesn't really matter, but we'll equip the mace. Alright. So, go to the chest and look behind you. There he goes. Yep. Scholar of the First Sin added this guy in several different locations, particularly here in the Bastille. Ooh, bounced off the shield. Alright. So we're going to see him quite often in here. Especially in some not so nice places. But slow and steady. I'm pretty sure the mace would do more damage, but... Oop. Just get behind him. One more. There we go. Whew. We get a chunk of souls, and he drops Twinkling Titanite. Yep. I think he guarantees to drop a Twinkling Titanite every time you kill him here. Yep. Yeah, so they added the Pursuer in several spots. So they're going to have to fight him at least 3 more times. Yeah, I know of at least 3 more spots, maybe 4. Well, there's actually 5 in total, but one of them I think is in New Game Plus. But yeah, in the Bastille, there's at least 3 more spots here. Alright, and in the chest, some pretty good goodies. Covetous Serpent Ring, Effigy, and Fragrant Branch of Yore. Yeah. Yeah, the base Covetous Ring, the one that gives less souls than +1, so if you didn't get this from Melintia, this is where you get this one. Yep. Another branch and another effigy. So how many of yours do we have? 3. We'll need 1, 2 here in the Bastille. Maybe 1 more. Well, we're gonna save one of them at least. So, all right. Okay, so we got another fragrant branch. Yeah, we're gonna need one of them to open up the path to the Ruined Sentinel boss. Stun lock. Now that's a stun lock. Yep, so we came over here just because you can't get over there except from the nest. So, yep. But you can get here through the other means. So, alright, so with that, do I want to continue from this side or go back to the other one? Digging real quick. Alright, we'll use a homeward bone. Go to the proper beginning of the Bastille. The quote proper. The one we came in from No Man's Wharf. Yeah, we're here at the Tower Apart, so we want to go back to the Exile holding cells. To be honest, I should... Well, no, I should save these souls. We got some stuff we want to buy from McDuff coming up. Alright, so now we're at the, quote, proper beginning. Do I want... I'm trying to think. No, we'll stick with our spell. There's going to be a few crossbow people shooting at us, so I'm thinking maybe a bow might be better. But, yep. Here we are. That's the Sinner's Rise. We'll eventually get there, eventually. And there's a crossbow guy over there. There's one up there. Explodey barrels all over the place, so just be careful. And there's the one up there. Yeah, and these guys shoot fire bolts or flame bolts. Yeah. Yeah, the real annoying one's gonna be him up there. Yeah. This guy we can get to pretty easily. Oh, Forlorn, hello. I was not expecting you this soon. That is an NPC invader. He actually spawns randomly in certain spots. I was not expecting him here, but we do want to fight him. We need to beat him to unlock his equipment. So I'm going to play very cowardly. Just poke him, use the stone ring to break his poise. Alright, let's get our stamina back. There we go. Alright. I was not expecting him to invade here. But he is a random enemy invasion. He spawns in many, many different places. He'll have one of two different weapons. He had a great sword here. He'll also spawn with a scythe type weapon. But in order to get his equipment, you have to beat him several times in several different spots. So whenever he summons, whenever he appears, we're going to try and beat him. Yeah. But if they do hit hard, yeah, they do hit hard. So poke. That's why I love the spear in Dark Souls 2. Combine that with the stone ring, you just, keep your enemies out of reach, poke them once, back off a bit, just kind of keep your distance. So, alright. Forlorn, at least we got one down. I think we have like another 6 to go, I think, before we can get any of their stuff. Ow. Oh. No, not. How dare you, duck? There we go. Yep, spells have a pretty good reach in this game. Very long reach. Alright. Or very long range, I should say. Alright, so before going down, we are going to... gonna try and break this one. I think we need to hit it one more time. Oh, come on. Alright, I think I need to be over here. There we go. Definitely want to break that one if you can. Nice. There we go. Sweet. Alright. So all we have to really worry about is the one archer guy. Because yes, down there is another spawning of the Pursuer. Yep. He'll spawn down there. I think he'll spawn over there. Yeah, so if you go this way, he'll spawn behind you and try to sneak up on you. So. Okay. We'll take this ladder down. Wait, is there another guy over there? Oh no, that's the weapon from him. Okay. I was like, is this another guy? Yes, there is another guy right there, but he should be easy to get to. You should be able to get to him without spawning the Pursuer. Come over here. Poke, poke. Heavy crossbow, thank you. That was another dog, okay. Nice. Alright. Try not to go too far that way. Alright, come on, dog, do your patrol. Yeah, very long range for these spells. It's trying to path over here, which is perfectly fine by me. Come on, boy. Thank you. Soul item, sure. Alright, so we need to go that way. But again, this Pursuer will spawn right behind us if we do that. Alright, so let's get this Pursuer guy. Oh, there's more dogs, yeah. Yes. You coming? Vikings will take. Effigy will take. Why aren't you spawning, buddy? You make it look like a liar. Why aren't you spawning? Or do I have to go this way? I don't know. We'll knock this down. Maybe this will get him. It's just a body. Alluring skull. Alright. Alright, Pursuer. Really? Whatever. Well, if he shows up, he shows up, but there's a chest. Estus shard and a large shard. We'll take it. Alright. He does spawn here. I mean, for whatever reason, he doesn't want to come this way, but I forgot about a drop down up here. Pursuer, Pursuer. Why are you being mean? Yeah, but there is a drop down over here. I forgot about this. Down here. This way. Item. Soul item effigy. We'll take it. Drop down here. We could go this way. I don't know if I want to do this just yet. Not yet. Alright, so let's go. You still won't spawn, huh? Fine. Maybe you won't spawn because the Forlorn spawned? Maybe? Maybe. Yeah, there's some more pooches. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get him through the wall. I'm still sad he doesn't spawn. I'm sad. I wanted to fight him. I wanted more souls. I also wanted his Titanite shard. Or Twinkling Titanite. I think he won't spawn because Forlorn spawned, but oh well. Oh well. Just know he does spawn there. He will. So don't be surprised if he shows up there. Alright, so this is kind of tricky. Yeah, there's a guy up the top with a barrel. I think he will knock it down. So just be careful. Oh, we have to... Alright, so we didn't do what we wanted to do. Ooh, Twilight Herb. Alright, so we'll have to go back to the other bonfire, the tower part, rest at it, work our way this way to get behind him so we can push this barrel all the way down. So we need that barrel to open this wall. Yeah, this wall will break open with that barrel. Otherwise, it's the Bastille key is needed for that. We will eventually get the Bastille key, but we want to talk to Macduff earlier. Gold resin. You can see some royal swordsmen. There we go. Just kind of soften them up on this end. And some more jailers. Yep. Just be careful, these guys. They do use pyromancy. And their melee attacks can trigger explosive barrels, so just be careful with them. All right. Kaboom! Alright, we're not going to go down because I don't think we can get back up once we go down. No, we can. Never mind. Pokey poke. Ooh, another great sword. Alright, so we need a branch of yore for him, but we'll do that here in a little bit. Yeah, I'll just kind of roll off there. Alright. There's a ladder up there. Although, we'll get to it. We'll do it on my way back. Hey, look who it is. Antiquated key? A very old key. This key is very old, but it's very good condition such that it shall function. Only what lock does this key fit? Hold on. I remember this door down here being locked by the Bastille key. But is it now this key? Oh, I gotta try this. Nope, okay, it is Bastille key, okay. So where does the antiquated key go? I don't quite remember. I guess we'll find out. Alright, Lucatiel, let's go chit-chat with you. Lucatiel?
I thought that might be you. You haven't changed a bit, have you? The longer I am here, the more madness I discover. A wretched place indeed, but not without traces of its former glory. What could have caused such degradation?
I would say the passage of time. Yeah, but either that or the onset of the curse of the undead. Or both. Take your pick.
Ah, yes. curse, I have not thanked you for humoring me the other day. This is for you.
Human effigy?
Of course, I've no idea what it is.
Well, it's this game's humanity, so surrogate for the curse.
Our land of Mirror is surrounded by enemies and constantly at war. There is only one way up in Mirror. Join the Order and prove yourself in battle. My family had little fortune and no name. I had to carve out a piece of the world for myself. With two things. My sword and my loyalty to my lord.
Pretty important stuff for knights.
I was raised to wield a sword from birth. Life was hard, but I never gave it a second thought. I had swift success on the battlefield and quickly attained respectable stature. And then I came here to...
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
Have you heard of the undead? These poor souls affected by the curse. An undead gradually loses his humanity until his wits degrade completely. Finally, he turns hollow and preys upon others. And a hollow can never be human again. One can skirt this wicked fate only with the help of the souls found here. Assuming, of course, that the legends are true. I can only hope that they are.
Dramatically ripping her mask off to reveal her face half hollowed. Yep. Not quite how it works, but sure.
I'm sorry. To burden you with talk of my fate. I suppose I've grown weary these days.
Alright, anything else?
I'm sorry.
Alright, so... Alright, yep, she's came here, hopefully... Well, she doesn't quite remember why she came here, because apparently that's what the Firekeeper said in the opening. We'll stand before its decrepit gates, but not know why. So yeah, Halloween is slowly taking her memories from her. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Alright, so... That's it for Lucatiel. Yep. We can summon her again for the our first old one fight in the Sinner's Rise, so we'll see her again eventually. Alright. And this door, not from the side. However, this should work. Throw a firebomb, and it opens. Yep, we destroyed the little barrels blocking the path. Or blocking the door, I mean. Yep, because we spotted those barrels when we came over here, but that's how you open it from that side. Just throw a firebomb against the wall, or against the door, and it should blow up. Oh, that's right, I can't get to that bonfire from here. Crap. Oh, that kind of throws a wrench into plans. Oh, there's an item up there. Alright, whatever. Up here we have large shard, another sconce. I do want to light just because it doesn't really do anything. Alright, so that way towards the boss, but I don't want to do it just yet. I actually want to open up McDuff's place, but the best way to do that is to go from that bonfire over there. We're going to have to kill some of these enemies again. I don't want to. Let me think real quick. Fine, we'll do it again. Maybe this time we get the pursuer to spawn in that little courtyard area. Warp back to the bonfire, travel back to the other bonfire, sneak up on the other way. Hopefully not have the guy knock the barrel over, but... Alright. Poke. 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 Pokey McPoke Poke. Oh, I could have. No, actually, we can use McDuff's. I forgot to light the sconce to light that. Light our torch to light that sconce. It should. If I do this, if I get McDuff's bonfire open, then we don't have to worry about that. Alright, fella, I need you to step away from the barrel. Come on, step away from the barrel. Thank you. Alright, so now we need to push it straight. Hope the dogs don't break it. Alright. There we go. Against the wall. Throw a firebomb. My ears. Yep, here we go. Bonfire. And here we have McDuff.
Oh, why can't they all be this easy?
Yes, why can't they all be this easy?
We've got a wild one here. Shape up. Shape up, I say. Oh, that's it, yes. That's the way. Dear flame, how brightly you burn. Flame, I smell flame upon you. I'm Macduff the blacksmith. All I want is a little flame. So, hand that ember to me. Right now, you imbecile. What a marvelous ember. You've got stones, I pray. Give me stones, and I'll fortify your gear.
Well, he's not really supposed to be... You're not really supposed to have this menu here until he goes over there, but... I think we just kind of bugged the game out here. Kind of weird. Alright. Yeah, I don't think he's not really supposed to have this menu. Not until, again, until he's over there, but...
Flame, dear flame, I give you my all, and you wavered and faltered.
Alright.
From the start of time, flame allowed man to flourish, and even now he devises new fiery arts, but his reason makes him doubt flame. And so we waver and falter.
Interesting. So because men's fiery arts, they begin to doubt the flame and begin to falter?
The power of flame, power of the gods. In the end it is all beyond our reach. And so, flame allures us, and we attempt to harness its power. Flame, dear flame.
Well, I'm pretty sure Koilana told us to fear the flame, lest we be devoured by it.
Flame, I give you my...
Alright.
Be gone.
Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure we weren't supposed to get that little menu pop up, but yeah, I think what we're supposed to do is come over here, light this flame, rest at the bonfire, and there we go. Now he's in his proper spot. Yeah, he's supposed to be here for us to get that little reinforcement menu, the little menu thing, but I think we kind of bugged it out when we had the Ember, so... And he has several chests in their room. 2 large shards, nice. I think we have enough to upgrade our spear to 6. Arrows. Heavy bolts, which probably won't be using. 5 shards, nice. And the one he was kind of sitting on, Craftsman's Hammer and Twinkling Titanites. An old smithing hammer. Looks like a typical hammer, but is in fact incredibly sturdy. Some say it was the hammer used long ago by a famed blacksmith of yore. I'm pretty sure it's Andre's blacksmith hammer. I think that's what it looks like, but what other famed blacksmith of yore can you think about? It's Andre. So, alright, so we do have, we have plenty of large shards upgrade at +6, so we'll do that.
I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame, dear flame.
Yeah. Alright. You have anything else now you're in this spot?
From the start of time, flame allowed man to flourish. And even now, he did.
Okay, no.
And so...
Alright. From him we can buy the Bastard Sword, which I already have. An Uchi Katana. Yep, this finely sharpened blade of a katana slices with unmistakable smoothness, but should be wielded with caution, as its delicate constitution means it's easily worn. Yep, 40 durability. Yep, but it is a good weapon, I will say that. And the Great Axe. Yes, Great Axe crafted from a gigantic, weighty blade is designed to inflict every damage. Each swing of the Great Axe requires the full force of the body, leaving the wielder wide open. Mastering this weapon will require the most thorough training of both body and mind. Yep. Just be careful where you swing it. Wing Spear, Scythe, again it looks like a Bardiche. Has an extended slashing reach when swung broadly, but beware those attacks make the wielder very vulnerable. Yep. Longbow, yep. Use arrows to hit enemies from afar to gain the upper hand by drawing first blood. Light crossbow we already got. Royal Kite Shield. Nothing special about the shield, which is precisely why it's so easy to use, and it's likely reason for its popularity. People rarely agree over what constitutes quality, but the broad popularity of these shields proves that there are exceptions. Very solid shield. Yeah, 100% physical reduction, decent fire, okay, or everything else. But yeah, he sells iron arrows unlimited, great arrows. He sells large shards unlimitedly, so you can buy as many as you want. Only 1 repair power, though. Do I want the katana? Probably not. It's not going to be... Well, there can be some places that it's going to be good at. Sure, why not? We'll buy it. Alright. Force. We'll reinforce our spear. The +6. Nice. Should we do the mace as well? We'll do the mace as well. Can never go wrong with a good strike weapon, I'll say that. Alright, we can also upgrade our katana, but I'll hold off for now. It doesn't do any bleed, which is very, very surprising. Yeah. So it makes it not as good as it was in Dark Souls, that's for sure. But... do I want this? Well, it's mostly strength, so maybe not. Alright. And now, since we gave him the Dull Ember, we can now infuse weapons. So we can infuse with magic, fire, lightning, dark, poison, bleed. Raw just increases base damage, but reduces scaling. This is enchanted. Really enchanted. Don't quite remember what enchanted does. But... and mundane. Yep. I really don't know what mundane does, but I wouldn't recommend it. Alright. So we'll eventually need a bolt stone, maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Alright. You can also infuse staves and catalysts to further boost their corresponding damage type. So, infuse it with the magic gem to make it do more magic damage. Yeah, you can also upgrade these as well. So, all right.
Flame.
Dear flame. All right. So let us. What do I want to do? What I want to do, we'll do a quick pit stop at Majula. Maybe level up once or twice. Because I don't want to carry these many souls with us going forward.
Is that a shard you found?
We also got another shard.
Here, to see. However...
Fainted baby. Forgot we picked up another shard. Cool. And we'll level up. 2 levels. Cool. I am tempted to do adaptability for more iframes, but I should probably start working on some of these. Maybe some more vitality, maybe. Vigor. We'll do that. Right, let's dip into savings real quick. That should be enough. Nope, need another 200. Right.
Bear, seek lest.
Bear, seek lest. And a bit more health. Alright. Cool. Let's travel back. We'll go to McDuff's place. We'll go from there. What's our time? Right. Go this way. Nice. Doing some good damage. Thank you. Ow. And there's more doggos over here. There he is. See, I told you he spawned here. Ow. See? Oh. Quickly, thank you. There we go. That's what we like to see. Alright, let's get our stamina back. Oh, I think he can trigger those barrels, so just be careful. See behind him. There we go. It looks like he does inflict curse during that little stage. So there you go. He does spawn here. So I was right. He does spawn. He probably didn't spawn because Forlorn spawned, so, or we have to come from that way for him to trigger. But oh, let me go do that and go back over here, light a torch so we can light that one sconce in there. Oh, there you go, burn up. Lights, thank you. I will eventually get that one up there because it looks really nice when you get it lit. Not quite sure what that pounding sound's all about, but we want to light this. Yep, undead prisoners. Well, these are the guys who will leap at you and explode, and it's not fun. So they can get you kind of in a little loop. So yeah, there's at least one in there. It might be two. There's two of them in here. Go. Flame butterflies. Cool. I'm just checking for any invisible hollows. Easiest way to know they're there is just walk along the edge. If you get stopped by something, that's probably them. Oh, this is where the antiquated key goes. Okay. I thought it was always open. Nice. I thought that was always unlocked, but I guess not. Thank you. Alright. We'll go that way. Oh, I think I might need some fire bombs. Ooh. Oh, we got some black fire bombs. We'll be fine. Alright. This is kind of a nasty little trap. Just prepare to attack. Ooh, gotcha. Alright, yeah. Three of those prisoner guys, and they're the ones who, you know, jump and explode and knock you back. But, alright. This is Wanderer hood, coat, manchets, and boots. Probably one of my favorite armor sets in Dark Souls 1. Yep, the Wanderer stuff. There we go. Yeah, now we're looking pretty good. Yes, from roving type, light, sturdy leather made for long journeys. Not quite as good as the leather, but Fashion souls, am I right? Alright. It's the starting armor for one of the classes, I can't remember. We want to eat. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. You're gonna climb up there, you're gonna hop down. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so we needed the firebomb to blow up these barrels to knock open this wall. Yep. And in here we have Archdrake robes and Archdrake shield. Actually, I think Archdrake is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good, but it's also pretty heavy. Yeah. Robes of the Archdrake sect of Lindens. Little is known about the Archdrake sect and its ancient rituals, and those who dare to indulge their curiosity have been known to simply vanish. The Archdrake sect are keepers of Lindens' histories, including the only record of its foundation, a tome they have good reason to keep hidden away. Yeah, because it's probably full of falsehoods and all that stuff. Yeah. I really do like this little robe. Although we can't put much else on anyway, but not to get our vitality up. Yeah, we'll keep it. Alright, so that door leads us back outside. It goes up that way down here. It is very dark in here. I only have one lockstone, huh? Right. Yes, it is dark in here. I am sorry, it is just dark. And we have a suspicious shadow on the wall. And we have a choice. Do we want to use this Ferrous Lockstone now, or do we want to come back for it? Using this illuminates a breakable door that has, I think, a staff behind it. Otherwise, we'll use the Ferrous Lockstone for another section of the Bastille. We'll save this. We'll do the other one. So we won't do it here. We'll do it somewhere else. Yeah, as you can see, there's a suspicious shadow on the wall, on the ceiling. So, I forgot about that. One moment, I forgot about this item. I don't think it's much, but it's something. Soul item, Green Blossom. We'll take it. Ooh, spirit's getting low. Alright. You the only one, though. I think you are. Cool. Thank you. I didn't drop anything. Alright. Several chests in this room. First one, twin blades. Yep, twin blades, like in Elden Ring. Where is it? Here we go. A twin blade fashioned from rare G steel, designed for high-ranking Drangelic knights, hence the decorative design. Equipment is the finest make, but G steel is so rare that very few of these weapons were actually used in combat. Very high dex. Very high dex. Also pretty cool looking. I think if we two-hand it, we should get a different moveset. Yeah. Very flashy. Very flashy. I'll stick to my spear, thank you. Gotta keep my pokes on. Second chest has parry dagger. I love the parry dagger, mainly for its little animation. Yeah. Daggers intended for parrying. Accomplishments are forever out of reach to those who constantly fear failure. A true warrior hones his body and mind and peers far beyond immediate hardship. Yep. I like this thing just for this. As the coolest animation, I love it. Now that's a parry. Alright. We have some more over here. Oh, one more anyway. Alright. We have the bone staff. Okay, so this is where you get staff. What's in the wall? And it's this wall right here that lights up and you can break. Yeah, I think this one's pretty good for dark, yeah. Better dark scaling. Staff crafted with animal bones counts for sorceries and hexes. Properly trained sorcerers receive their first staff from their master after reaching a certain level of accomplishment. Those without proper training must devise something of their own making. Yeah, staff are hexes. So I don't know what's beyond this door. I don't quite remember. I thought it was the staff here, but it might be something different. And in the original game, this was the lockstone would also open this, but this is already open. We have wilted dusk herb. Wilted and faded stalk of dusk herb greatly restores a great deal of spell uses. I think it's a full restore, I believe. A dusk herb is in bloom works wonders, but will wilt in the blink of an eye. Needless to say, finding such an herb of the utmost difficulty. Yep. Right, so we could take this elevator or this lift, cage, whatever. It'll take us to a section past the ruined sentinel bosses, but I'm not going to do it. I am going to fight the boss. So we're not going to take it. I don't know what that pounding sound's all about. So, all right. I believe that's the only thing in this room, or I think that's the last thing. Yeah, nothing over here. It might be an item, but yeah, no fake walls. I think there's a soldier. Oh, all right. It just pops us out back here. Yeah, behind him. All right. There we go. All right, so we just made it one big circle. All right. Thought there was an item over there, so we're gonna rest just to get our spear durability back. Did we get magic weapon? No, we did not. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That put us overweight. I might have to just stick with the leather. Is it +3? +4. Okay, that's actually not bad. Alright, oh, here's the shield. I forgot about this. Archdrake's shield. Dragon was engraved for ritual purposes, but the shield itself is highly functional. Secrets of linked rituals are protected by the Archdrake sect. Only a few are given access to their canon knowledge, which includes the truthful origins of the Archdrake sect itself. Yeah, it's a very good shield. Pretty balanced. Yeah, it's all right. All right. Okay. No, can't get to that yet, just yet. Alright. Sweet. No, because I know your attacks will trigger those barrels. Alright, so we're going to go do the boss. Might as well do it while we're here. I don't have any more fire bombs. Oh, he just ran himself off. Alright, come on. Ooh. Alright. Alright, so this way to the boss. Yep, we have... Use one of our fragrant branch of yore. Again, that one elevator back in that dark room would take us past these guys if we really didn't want to fight them. But I do want to fight them. There's also a bunch of swordsmen in here. Yeah, there's like 4 of them in here. Oops. Alright, there's maybe like 6. Alright, let's get our stamina back. Ooh, okay. Ooh, this other armor. Nice. Is it heavy though? It probably is. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Ooh, it'll take us just on the cusp of 70. It's not bad looking, but I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Alright, so we'll head down first. I think there's some more explodey citizen guys in these things. Alright. Just break in to make sure there's no items. Alright, oh. I was not expecting you. Wow. Gotcha. Alright. Another explodey citizen. Right. And a door. Do not rush through this door. It's death trap. Yeah. Yeah, if you're impatient, you open the door and you roll through it and you're just gonna roll right to your death. It is a yeah. Effigy Proud Knights, ladder up. Should be another swordsman up top. There's sconce here. I do want the lights. I don't want to use our butterflies just yet. I'm just checking for any invisible hollows. Nope. Alright, so let's go up. All the way up. Oop. Right through here. Don't worry, there's going to be some more swordsmen. Yep. That makes, what, 8 in this little section? And his weapons. Ah. There's more beyond this gate, so yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot. This little section alone. It was like, I think this is the 8th one. This should be the 9th one, actually. Yeah, there's actually 10. I just saw one of them. He just ran this way down the ladder. But we're not going to do that. The Shade? Felicia of the Brave? Felicia the Brave. Yep. Yeah, he should come back up. Yeah, he came back up. Cool. Thank you. Gem. Nice. We'll actually use that. This is Felicia the Brave. Should be another spirit in here. Here she is. Pilgrim Belclair. She's got a staff and a chime. 2 radiant life gems. Probably won't summon her either. Could if we wanted to, but I don't think we need to. What was that? I heard a funky noise, but... Alright. Alright. I'm not gonna need those. I don't know if they do... They might do strike. I think they do strike, so... We'll keep that. Well, we could put that on. Can't really see, but... We'll do that instead. Sure. I don't need this. Although it's still pretty solid. I'll keep it. Alright. Can we put on our mace? No. No. Alright, back to the leather, I guess. I want a mace just in case we need to finish them off because of durability. Alright. Alright, I think we are good. I think we're good. We could use one of these. Alright, we'll start off with the mace. Yeah, I picked up the old knight shield from the old knights in the Hates Tower. Alright. Just in case, but... Alright. Beyond this fog is the Ruined Sentinels. Yep, there are 3 of them. You'll immediately drop down on a platform. There's one immediately to your left. As long as you don't fall from the platform, the other 2 won't get involved. So just try to stay on top of the platform if you can. Although the Ruined Sentinels can knock you off. Their attacks they can send you flying, so you might be unlucky and get knocked off, aggroing the other 2. So the plan is just to stay on the platform, beat the first Ruined Sentinel, and at which point the other 2 will aggro, and they'll come to the platform. They will do a jump attack onto the platform, and then just kind of have to dance around them while picking them off one at a time. So hopefully we can get one of them down pretty well and get the other one, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this is a interesting fight. Yeah. Alright. We might die here, but it's Dark Souls 2. Alright, so we'll... Oh, nice damage. Yeah. Alright. She'll make her way back up, but she will attack on the way up. So. Where are you going? Yeah, like that. Chug. There's the other two coming. Where's the other one? Oh, she's over here. Okay. Come on. There we go. Get a few hits in before the other one comes. Ow. I mean, that's fine. We'll trade. Thought I was blocking. Alright. Getting crowded up here. Let's go. Alright, which one are you? I don't know. Alright, you're the... We'll take care of you. Ow. Alright. Ah! I thought I rolled. We got unlucky that they did their spins to win together. Alright, we got unlucky with that, but that was actually not that bad. That was actually not that bad. Oh well. Oh well. If I had a bit more health, it wouldn't be that bad, but now we have to run past all the enemies again, so... Alright, I'll see you when you get there. Alright. Alright, we're back. So, the game plan is the same, just take care of the one on the left first, and then just kind of try to take the other ones down, but... Maybe this time we can avoid a dual spin to win and just kind of... Yeah. I wish I had more health, more stamina, but... C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Alright. Should we try that again? And she knocks herself off. Thank you very much. So you can block that. Okay, I wasn't sure. She goes down, the other ones come. Hope you take the longest. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Alright, the other one should be here any moment now. Oh, didn't think he would follow up. Alright, it's getting crowded. Let's go. I think I want you. Nope, I want you. Greed wins. Hello, Mrs. Ruin Knights. Right. Now there's only one left. This should be much, much easier. 2 hits, stam regen, strafe. Alright. Victory achieved. Ruined Sentinel's soul. Alright, yeah. Again, not too bad. We were only using a +4 mace, so if we actually upgraded to +6 and put some more points into strength, we could have probably gone through that much quicker, but... Yeah, strategy is pretty much the same. Just stick with the one up there first. The other ones won't aggro unless you fall down here. So just kind of stay up there as best you can, whittling her down. I think they're women, I believe. But yeah, just we'll hold that one down until he dies. The other two will then aggro at that point, but the one over here will jump up first, giving you some time to whittle its health down. So, yeah, just kind of stay up there for as long as you can until the other one kind of joins the fray, and just kind of get out of there. Use the space here to space them apart. Yeah, first time we got unlucky. They spin to win back like at the same time, and I think we blocked one attack, but I might have tried to dodge the other one, but anyway. But all that matters is that we came back and we won. All right. So we got their soul. Soul of the Ruined Sentinel, a creation of the jailer. A creation? So they're like golems, maybe? The Ruined Sentinels have no corporeal form. It is only an empty shell, an empty soul that haunts the armor. Use special, yeah, okay. So yeah, there's no body inside, it's just an animated armor, basically. Alright. Yep. You can get their armor, but it's from a particular Ruined Sentinel in the Drangelic castle, so we won't be able to get their armor till a bit later. Alright. So before we close it out, there are actually several fake walls in here. I'm pretty sure they're all on... Where are they? There's one. There's two. There's three. 4. 5. I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah, because this is that ruined door from the other side. Okay, that should be all of them, yep. Alright. This one has a ladder going up. I'll shake that out real soon. Alright. The chest. Target shield. Another parry specific shield. Where is it? It was right here. Very light and easy to use, but not very stable when attacked. The protrusion on the center of the shield are designed to brush attacks aside to make parrying easier. Yep. It's another parry specific shield. Yep. Nothing in here. But it does go up a ways. Rusted coin. It's for item discovery. Alright, so we'll go back here, climb up the ladder. Actually, I just want to make sure there's another one in here somewhere that has another fake wall. Got the hush. That should be a sorcery? Yes. Sorcery that facilitates surreptitious activity. Reduces the sound made by its caster. The eastern land of Mira is not only the home of proud knights, there is also a traditional order of shadow knights who quietly carry out unspeakable tasks. Spooks. Yep, and this wall is slightly discolored because, yeah, another fake wall. Leads us over here to this item. A homeward bone. And it is possible to make this jump, but it's pretty tricky. Yeah. So, it is possible, but not necessary. You can get over there from through here. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. Be prepared to attack. Yeah. want to kill him because he can and will break this chest. And this chest is broken. Any items on the inside are lost, and all you get is rubbish. So make sure you kill him quickly. Inside is rouge water, and it's something. Here it is. Restores HP and spell uses. Yep. Crimson water of unknown origin. Though known to some as red holy water, not everyone acknowledges its holy status. So. Alright. I think that's all the fake walls in this room. Yeah, that's all of them. Quite a number. There's quite a number. Right. Nameless soul, and just sprint through the rest. That's why. Alright. Yeah. We have another bonfire. Alright. But before we close, we are actually going to pluck that guy out of the sky. Because he drops items. And he dropped for us a Twilight Herb. Cool. He doesn't respawn, but he does drop some pretty rare stuff. So I've seen him drop, radiant gems, I think maybe a shard, herbs, that kind of stuff. So, yep. All right, and with that, I'm going to call an episode. Yep. We started our adventures in the Lost Bastille. Yep. Yeah, we started off at the Pursuer's Arena back in the Forest of the Fallen Giants, but we didn't stay there very long. Nope. We went past his arena towards the little nest, interacted with it, and his hawk, the little bird that dropped the Pursuer off in the arena. It came, it grabbed us, and it took us to the Lost Bastille. Yep. Specifically, the Tower part. Yeah. I do recommend finding the Pursuer and interacting with that nest, because the two chests back there can only be accessed from that little nest. Yeah, the chest with the dull ember and the effigies in it, that bonfire can only be accessed from the bird. So definitely highly recommend doing it, because the dull ember is needed to infuse your weapons, and it'll be very important later on, especially once we get our stats up a bit and our more Titanite shards and all that stuff. But yep. So we did that. Grabbed those two chests, and did kind of that little section of the Bastille. Walked along the edges, grabbed, I think it was like a radiant gem and something else. Took care of that one little room with royal swordsmen and dogs. Using the explosive barrels on the dogs. So we hopped down, opened the door towards the other chests in that little section, and lo and behold, the Pursuer. Yep, he decided to pop out. Yep. Yeah, he's actually new, or he's a new addition to the Scholar of the First Sin. Yeah, they actually added him in several locations here in the Bastille. There's that section back there. There's another one in the courtyard between Macduff and, the little courtyard with the scaffolds. There's another encounter down this ladder as well, but we'll hold off for that. There's also another one that's coming up here, and I think that's all of them in the Bastille anyway. But anyway, so we fought the Pursuer. He's tougher. He does dark stuff. He'll actually radiate curse around him for some reason. So just be careful. But we used our standard strategy, get him to do his little charging attack, roll past it, poke him once or twice in the butt, and step away. But when he does his little darkness blast eruption thing, just kind of try to get behind him and just wail on him. Yeah, because He's locked in place for a bit. He's slightly stunned for a little bit after he does the attack, so you have an ample opportunity to attack him if you get behind him. But again, I think he exudes curse while he's doing it, so just be careful. Yeah, curse won't kill you outright, but it will reduce your max health, putting you into a hollowed state. So we took care of him. Worked back to the bonfire, traveled to the other bonfire at the beginning of the area, followed it through, took care of some royal swordsmen, and was unexpectedly invaded by Forlorn. Yep. A hostile NPC invader who spawns randomly. He doesn't spawn all the time. I think at the area boss has to be alive for him to spawn, but there's a chance for him to spawn, and we got unlucky that he did spawn, but well, not quite unlucky. We do need him to spawn because we do need to kill him a few times for his armor and his weapons to become available to us. So we got one down. All we did was play very defensively. Just kept distance, poked at him, used our spears and stone rings, stagger potential, just kind of stun lock him, kind of. So we took him down. Cleared out a little courtyard area with the scaffolds of the dogs, with the royal soldiers, gathered the items, waited for the pursuer to spawn, but I guess he didn't spawn because Forlorn spawned, or I came from a different direction, or I don't know. But he didn't spawn the first time, so we just kind of cleared out the courtyard, went through the alleyway, grabbed the chest with the Estus shard and large shard, and just kind of opened the gate. Hoped the jailer guy pushed the barrel down to explode the wall. He didn't, so we just kind of cleared them out. Found Lucatile of Mura, talked with her a bit. She divulged more about herself. She was of commoner birth, used her skills as a swordsman to join the Order of Knights or something, and Mira rose up a bit. She came here for some reason because she's hollowing. Yep. She ripped her mask off, revealed her face was hollowing. So she came here for something she can't quite remember, which means it's happening. So yep. And then we threw a firebomb to kind of unlock the door next to her, at least the other side of the Bastille where the tower apart bonfire is at. So, but again, you can't get to the bonfire, not from that direction. So we ended up using another homeward bone to go back to the tower part, just so we can sneak up on the one jailer to push the explosive barrel down the stairs to unlock Macduff's little place. Yep, another bonfire. Talked to Macduff, gave him the dull ember, lit his little sconce in his room. He moved to his blacksmith spot, looted all his chests containing various shards, arrows, bolts, as well as a blacksmith hammer and another twinkling titanite. So, and at that point we bought some stuff from him. I think the katana, was the only thing we bought. Upgrade our spear to +6, our mace to +4. He does sell unlimited large shards if we really wanted to, but we'll hold off for the time being. We can get regular shards from the ogre in the Forest of the Fallen Giants, so we can get any weapon armor to at least +6. So I might do that on my own time, but we'll see. Yeah, so after that, went back to the courtyard of the scaffold. The pursuer finally decided to spawn, so we beat him down. Gathered another twinkling titanite, through the door, unlocked the door with the antiquated key, which we got by Lucatile. Lit the sconce in that room, cleared out these undead prisoners, gathered some flame butterflies, the door, some royal swordsmen, knocked a stone into a well to lift up a lift, or a cage containing more prisoners, and the Wanderer set up a ladder, blew open a door, took care of some more royal swordsmen, grabbed the Archdrake robe and shield, into the dark room where there was a suspicious shadow, cleared it out of all its loot. Twin blade, bone staff, parry dagger, and maybe one other thing I can't quite remember, but that looped us back to the main path by Macduff. So we rested at the bonfire, made our way to the Ruined Sentinel boss, using our fragrant branch of yore to unpetrify someone. And then we fought our way through a battalion of royal swordsmen. I think it's like 10 of them in that little section alone. It's, God. 10 outside the door, another 6 on the inside once you step in. 2 more before the gate, like 2 more after the gate. There's a lot. Yeah, that's probably another primary complaint about Dark Souls 2 is just the sheer enemy density of some of these spots. And it's like, all you have to do is just step into the room and you aggro, like, all of them. So, yeah. Yeah, Dark Souls 2 for you, but, yeah. So we cleared them out. And then we made our way to the Ruined Sentinels boss arena. Yep. Where we gave it, well, it took us 2 attempts. The first attempt, partially on me, partially on the Ruined Sentinels for deciding they wanted to spin to win together. That was, yeah. And partially on me because I didn't quite dodge their jump attack on time. Yeah, which hit us and killed us, but yep, we made our way back through the battalion of royal swordsmen, and then took one a second time and beat them. That second time was much better. Yeah, again, just focus on the one on the platform you jump onto. Just focus on them. Although I'm pretty sure you can get to their boss arena from this side as well, but I haven't tried it. You might be able to. But anyway, yeah, so we beat up the Ruined Sentinels, got a bunch of souls, gathered up our drop souls, got their soul, cleared out the room of all the illusory walls, or fake walls. There's like 4 of them on the ground level, another one on the way out. Yeah, the target shield. There was... what else was in there? Rusted coin. One of the fake walls had a prisoner, which we had to kill in order to save a chest, which had some rouge water, or rogue water, or whatever you want to pronounce it. And I think of some life gems in another one, but I think. I don't quite remember, but yeah, so made our way out there through this hallway with the bonfire, took care of that moth, and that was it. Yep, that was it. So the Bastille is a third done. Yeah, it's a third done, I think. I'll say it's a third done. So, yep. So next episode would be more of the Bastille. Yep, we'll probably do the Belfries? Maybe. I'll think about it. I really don't want to do the gargoyle fight because that's a hot mess. I don't know. Well, I should do the Belfry next. Yeah, the Belfry is right down that ladder. I'll probably do that next, so just get out of the way, but I'm not going to like it. Yeah, because the gargoyle fight in Dark Souls 2 is atrocious. Ugh. Imagine the gargoyle fight in Dark Souls 1, but they're smaller, and then there's a lot more of them. I think you can get there's 6 of them in total, and I think all 6 of them can spawn at one time. So if you're not quick, you will get overwhelmed very, very easily. So in fact, I'll probably use all my souls here just to level up health and endurance and vitality, just so I have a fighting chance against them. But yeah. Yeah, so that's next episode. More of the Bastille. Probably the Belfry. But again, that is for another episode. And I thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.